Hello, everybody. I am the Brucey, and we have quite the matchup here today. We have Bobby with his hyper arrogant, hyper offensive team, and the Blob, the blubber of fat, with Ben with his super defensive team facing off here first round. This is probably my most anticipated match of the week. As you can see, we're skipping through these first few rounds because we have a group Discord where the audio wasn't really working up till around round 17, and even then it's very harsh. But we're gonna try to get things better in that department. But as you can see here, it starts off pretty even. Both players are playing very well. It looks as though Ben has the advantage for a little bit here, especially with bam flash fire. That should do a lot more than it does, but he doesn't really get a chance to take advantage of it there. Cresselia there is just taking a beating with that burn and just having to take damage over and over again, and that Dark Pulse just runs it in. Then Shaman comes out, very powerful mon, especially in this matchup right here. And coming up here, we're going to hear from all the rest of the people. The audio quality will get better after a little bit, but it still will be pretty bad even from the start. But as you can see, Bobby is really starting to run away with this match. Let's see if he can either hold on to the lead or maybe the hyper defensive team will end up pulling through. All right, see you in a few.
Who the hell ever runs a Seedberry? I'd expect Colberberry to get Hydreigon if anything.
Well, he's already revealed Colberberry on Latias, and I wouldn't run two of the same berry.
Good point.
But yeah, this is a really good battle.
Ben being sportsmanly in the chat, giving him the well played with the berries.
Yeah. I think it's interesting that it's only turn 17 and he's lost 3 Pokemon. He's supposed to be a bulky team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, normally those bulky cores like to leave everything alive as long as possible. Like distribute the damage amongst them, but once, like in the bulky cores, once a few things start falling, everything falls apart.
Very true.
Another thing,
his offensive Mienshao is going to have to save him at the end game.
Yeah, definitely the offensive Mienshao is going to save his booty tootie, but in the end, his stall isn't really stall.
True.
Yeah, it's not my favorite variant of stall. I don't see the cohesion.
I'd honestly say it's more bulky offense or balanced offense than anything. It's
He is packing the knockoff, so he doesn't have to risk the stone misses.
Yeah. Latias comes in here, guaranteed.
Yeah, I assume so. And T-Tran switches in for free. T-Tran's balloon is still intact, yeah?
Yes, it is. Personally, I would not go into Keytran because that's the obvious play. I'd go for the knockoff again.
But there's no way Bobby's going to predict that and double into Entei.
Well, the Heatran is just so obvious right now, though.
No, but all right. Python, the thing is, though, that's scot-free. Say Bobby comes in, scares out Mienshao into Heatran. Even if Bobby does predict the double and goes into Entei, he's still taking rocks. And then Vapo switches in on Entei for days for free.
I see what you mean.
I mean, I think that play is bulletproof. Even if you can just get Entei taking rocks, it puts it in range.
Well, in the end, here's another thing. If he doesn't have Poison Jab, then Gardevoir comes in right now and wins.
Lottie is predicted. Let's see the Heatran switch. Honestly, Ben can switch to anything he wants. He just needs to keep this alive.
Yeah, he definitely needs to keep this alive, especially since it has Regenerator.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kind of surprised he didn't bring a Scarf, because Scarf Hydreigon definitely won this game.
Scarf in the Dark Pulse does big damage to his team.
Not to mention it flinches.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how it ends. Will it be the hyper arrogance, hyper offense, or will it be the super stall? Fun fact, Gardevoir Mega is named Hyper Arrogance.
Really?
I have Bobby's team in front of me.
I miss my old Bay from last split. I didn't really get a use. I didn't use her very well.
See, I think he should have switched into Heatran there to bait the Entei switch.
Yeah,
Maybe even
definitely.
double the Vapo or just hit it with Mary Power. I seem to remember I went over some prep things with Ben. He's running Stealth Rocks plus offensive Tran. Stealth Rocks 3 attacks.
So the air balloon standard set with Fire Blast.
I think it was Lava Plume, Earth Power, Heat Wave. So he could hit Entei on the switch.
Ooh, I see a couple of things that he can do. Primarily, yeah.
Ooh.
Yep, I definitely saw that. That's what I was thinking. And then he doubles into Heatran right now. On the
Is Heatran low?
Heatran's not low. However, Heatran will be able to take anything, whereas Vaporeon does not appreciate a Draco. It can take it, but it doesn't appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that switching to Heatran because he needs to get those rocks back up to get the chip on Entei and.
But no.
Is Gardevoir not Trace?
It's not. It's synchronized.
Gardevoir was supposed to be Trace so it could come in, Trace Vapo's water absorb and eat those scalds.
But if the synchronized burned, then burned Vaporeon. You like that? That awkward moment when Shooter has no hazard control and Bobby didn't bring hazards. Bobby doesn't have anything to set hazards aside from Garchomp, and that's just not in his best interest to bring.
Yeah.
I love it. He has a lot of hazard control. I mean, he has a lot of hazard set up. He has Uxie, Chestnut, and Bronzong.
Why is Bobby taking his time trying to make plays here?
I don't know.
I feel like it's Ben.
Alright, everyone who's listening, mainly Bobby and Ben, and everyone else, if they listen to this, go ahead and put your hashtag in the comment section down below. Hashtag hyper arrogance or hashtag superstall. Who do you think will win?
If this Gardevoir has Focus Blast as well for Heatran, then maybe push to sack something to get my Mienshao to counter this.
It is hidden power ground. And
hidden power ground. So he can't switch on Heatran. He can't switch on Heatran, otherwise he loses the balloon. But this Ben predicted hidden power ground. Hyper Arrogance may win this match, actually.
No, it doesn't.
If Hyper Arrogance wins this match, I credit it to the Chandelure play for taking out the Annette.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also credit it to Shaman for taking out Hydreigon.
Yeah. Shaman put in work. I don't think Bobby preserved Shaman long enough. I think it would have been on a lot of good then for it. Because Shaman with Earth Power, Dazzling Gleam, Seed Flare, and Air Splash, that straight up killed the last three things that he had.
Shaman had Hidden Power Fire.
Hidden Power Fire for what?
Skarmory.
Oh, of course.
Personally, I think he should have bought HP Electric. That way he's not risking any Flash Fire business.
Yeah. That way if a Vapo switches in on a suspected HP Fire, then it still takes a little bit of damage. You're not risking Flash Fire on Tran.
Yeah. But alas.
I don't know the rest of Ben's team, but...
This all really, depends on if that, Mienshao has Poison Jab. Because if it does, then he's still in it. But if not, then it's basically over.
Dead and gone. What does that mean?
I think that Hyper Arrogance wins this one.
I think that Ben, if Ben has to see the win, and I'm completely biased to Ben, my commentaries probably revealed that. Hyper Arrogance sets up a nasty plot here because it's arrogant. That's how Bobby works. I happen to know this Thunder's Patson, I'm right. This Thunder's carries nasty plot.
Yes, it does.
I'd expect him to set up the nasty plot here. Ben has to see through that and hit it with the Ice Beam, sack Vapo on the switch, and then hope that Mienshao plus Heatran can take out the rest of the team.
which they cannot.
Properly played, they can. If Heatran takes out Latias, Manshot cleans off.
There's only one problem with that, and that's Hante.
E-Speed doesn't do enough. Here's Stone Edge.
Hante gets Bulldoze, and that's what it's running.
Exactly, but he still has the balloon intact.
Okay, he Stone Edges one turn, takes an Earth Power, because he definitely takes an Earth Power, and then goes for the Bulldoze.
Well, guess you have to see how the end game says. But
let me dream.
I just don't want Bobby to win.
No, Hacks is still a factor. For example, Bobby could Nasty Plot and then Ice Beam Freeze.
Ice Beam Freeze. I'd love to watch Ben win that way.
I wouldn't. I would honestly just close my iPad and call it a day. Focus Blast can't miss after defog. That's a lie. That's a mom's tale. No. Oh, Schluter made a risky play.
Is this Magnet?
No, it's an expert belt.
Honestly, Mienshao takes one. Why not send it in? He's just going to regenerate it back.
1 crit, 2 paralyze, 3.
Who's Lance
I'm
Jr.?
not even sure it takes 1.
Who's Lance Jr.? 77.
I think that's a brand note. Unless any of you know a Lance Jr.
No.
Wonder if it's Quinn doing one of his silly things.
Quinn's Venusberg.
No, but
Burger.
The Venusbergler.
He's also the infamous. What was he when he came in and was just screwing around?
He was Venusberg.
Oh.
That was Venusberger.
No, it was Venusberg. Like Nybrek.
What a legend.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Swan, I think.
Yeah.
Swan, we're doing a live commentary.
Swan, you're live. What do you got to say?
CDHPL live com. Joining us, the commissioner himself.
The bird who could not fly.
We are all in your honor.
Oh my god.
That's it.
No. Bobby,
well, I think there are enough people commenting here now. I kind of want to see how the game ends, but I kind of want to go to my girlfriend's house more. So I'll see you guys later.
Adios.
Aww. See ya.
Swan, what are your thoughts on the match? Fantastic. Thanks for your opinion.
It's been kind of funny.
I think more importantly, what are your thoughts on Tickle going to hang out with his girlfriend?
Isn't his girlfriend a Mogus?
I think she's getting between us.
The true bromance.
She doesn't understand what Tickle and I have. Love we've shared.
Oh my god, stop.
Oh.
Violence.
I think this, do you think it's possible for him to pull someone off here?
It's always possible. Keep in mind, this is Pokemon. Crits are a thing.
So.
And that's a dead end. Okay, he just sacked his win con.
Why did he do that?
Bobby just sacked his win con.
Wow. I take it back. There is a way he can lose this.
Yeah, Bobby just lost.
No, he hasn't lost yet because he has 2 round mods.
Yeah, Latias.
Why? Why would he do that?
Wait, does this even outspeed?
Yeah, it does.
No, because he's running 260.
No, because Mienshao just revealed the life orb.
No, because he's not running max speed. He's running 216.
Oh, he's toast. Bobby actually just lost.
I think he's speed crept.
Ooh.
Okay, this
Are we
takes us.
just playing dirty and pretending that he has the speed on him?
Healing Wish is definitely coming right now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, told you.
Wow.
I'm too good at this game. Someone stop me. Wait, no, he lost. He just sacked the one thing that beats me and Chow.
Yeah.
No.
God.
Oh my god, can anyone choke as hard as Keys? Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we
Bobby kept losing this game.
Oh no.
can. He's gonna catch a flash cannon real quick, because I know that Empire Ground cannot kill. Actually, wait, this is offensive E-Trend. Never mind, it might.
To the calcs.
I want to calculus. Make sure you do your calcs, kids.
Whoa.
What happened? I'm not looking.
HP
dead.
killed.
God. Okay. Poison jab does kill. Confirmed.
C. What about what switches?
Then he 2-hit KOs Thunderous, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
He has to take this poison jab, assuming Ben has it. If he does not, he is lost.
Oh. In one moment. Would you capture it? Or just let
Stop.
it slip? Oh, there it goes.
Yes. Okay, it's still anyone's game. How much? Okay, it's at 100%, so Stone Edge needs to hit for this game.
Jeez. Oh, it's over.
He missed.
Wow.
Bobby, you choked again.
Bobby, you had it. You had
Make sure you make the thumbnail. Bobby choked as hard as the keys.
it. Very true. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have been, subscribe to see more of this.
No, wait. Discord. People are coming on Discord.
Who's coming on Discord? Oh, we're going to see a post-match interview right here, live.
Yeah, so we can all roast Bobby and his foolish mistakes.
Discord.
Guys, let's not roast
Yes.
Bobby.
Yes.
Bobby's already roasted himself over the flames of disappointment.
Hi, Bobby.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I played that from the perspective that he was either going to have Poison Jab or Stone Edge, not both. I mean, once it got to that point, there really wasn't a whole lot I could have done.
Well,
You could have not used Healing Wish with Latias.
you also could have just, won.
What was going through your head? No, okay, I want to be, real. What was going through your head when you saw that nothing on your team except for Latias outsped me and Shao, and you decided to Healing Wish?
And then you healing wish, Lottie.
Because that was in retrospect a poor decision.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm glad you recognize that.
My logic at the time was that Gardevoir couldn't live.
No, you could not.
What? Logic. That was a very, very good battle, Ben.
Oh my god, my heart.
Ben, you're live.
I thought I won.
Ugh.
Yeah, we all did too.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had the poison jab, and I'm glad I didn't reveal that earlier. Ugh.
What
Oh,
Bobby
yeah.
got me on is he played the Scarf Chandelure and then pulls out the Coliberry.
Okay, the berries. Okay, Bobby Han, you did an incredible job team building. It's just you didn't see the poison jab coming. So other than that, you did a great job with your prep, and I'm really proud of that.
How did Bobby do a great job with his prep?
Obviously knock off U-turn, but for some reason I thought you were going to run either HJK or Drain Punch, and I really shouldn't have. I thought you were going to run Stone Edge or Poison Jab.
I brought Stone Edge and Poison Jab and Knock Off and U-turn. I didn't bring that jump kick. Fighting doesn't do shit.
Yeah. Hey, man,
Go ahead.
when I had Shaman in, you hard switched into Hydreigon. Why didn't you U-turn into it? Did you not want to reveal that yet?
I thought you'd have a Scarf Shaman.
No. Okay, wait.
Scarf Shaman?
Scarf
Shaman was psychic kills.
So
And
it's
I
stuck
thought-
in with Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, I know. It could have been a Dazzling Gleam, and I still didn't want to risk it because even a Scarf would kill it easily. So I did not want to take that risk, especially with how big of an impact Mienshao had on this battle. I was in about to risk.
No, Mienshao literally scared me shitless. That and Hydreigon, I was like, how do I prep for this?
Let's not use that language.
Nobody joins in end of the battle.
That might be the best battle we've ever had.
That was an amazing battle. Like, came down to the wire. It was a 1-0, and like we did very well to the very end. So I'm very happy with how that turned out.
They ripped on me, and I think in retrospect, the Healing Wish was a misplay because I thought Gardevoir just lived. So
Yes, the thing with Latias, that was the one thing that outsped my team.
yeah, I know.
I had no scars.
That was your
No.
mistake.
I know that was a big thing I did early. I wanted to scout Hydreigon and Mienshao to see what items they were running. So once I
Yeah,
found that out,
I had 2 Life Orbs on Hydreigon and Mienshao, and then Cresselia was a Light Clay with Light Screen.
yeah, I used that speed as leverage because I mean, obviously you couldn't stay in against me.
I wasn't about to stay in and risk it.
No, I mean that's how I got the balloon pop. So, but I just needed to use that leverage a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thunderous T, that was quite scary because I was doing calcs and I'm like, this thing, a Thunderbolt from this modest thing can kill easily. And I did the calc and it was modest, so.
Yeah, expert belt modest.
Expert belt, I thought that's what it was.
Tickle missed out on a great last 5 turns because he had to go to Rachel's house.
That was before
Did you
hose.
see the replay?
Yeah, I
I
saved
saved
it.
the replay.
All right. Oh, you know, it sucks to lose, but if you're gonna lose, it may as well be like that.
Oh,
Wow. That sounds like something a loser would say.
You could always blame it on a Focus Blast miss. That's what I do.
Well, that Stone Edge miss at the beginning was like,
Please, your Focus Blast miss made no difference.
Okay, because a dead Tyranitar made no difference. Okay.
You were playing like you were the tire stuck in the snow.
I am the tire stuck in the snow.
You couldn't see above the milky white bank, and so instead you just barely choked yourself out.
see, Bobby, the thing with that Chandelure, I had Sucker Punch on Mega Bayonet, but I was worried that if I did a Sucker Punch, you were going to Will-O-Wisp, and then that would have put me in a bad situation where I would have just had to sack.
Yeah. I think I did.
So I just,
No. Sucker Punch still would have done more.
Sucker Punch would have killed.
Yeah, Sucker Punch would have killed.
Any closing statements to inspire the masses?
I want to say
Hacks is love, hacks is life. Hi, Mom.
Disappointment.